Right beneath our feet, there's this massive, hidden world of pipes, a whole network bringing clean water to our homes, our businesses. The thing is, this network is getting old. It's failing, and it's costing us billions. So today, we're going to look at some seriously cool tech from a company called Donglem Intech. It doesn't just fix old pipes. Get this, it actually teaches them to heal themselves.
All right, so here's the plan. First, we're going to talk about just how big this problem with our pipes really is. Then we'll get into the solution, this electromagnetic device called Ariores, and the amazing science behind how it turns bad rust into good rust. Yeah, you heard that right. After that, we'll check out the proof, the real-world data, and then we'll wrap up with why this matters for all of us. Okay, let's get into it. Section 1. Our pipes are aging. This is really about the invisible crisis happening right beneath our feet.
I mean, have you ever really wondered about the journey your water takes before it hits your tap? We turn on the faucet and boom, there's water. But that water has traveled through this crazy maze of pipes, and a lot of them are decades old, just silently falling apart right under our cities.
And that decay, it comes with a massive price tag. In Korea alone, we're talking about annual losses of 500 billion won. That's every single year, just from leaks. It's kind of like our cities have clogged arteries. These pipes are wasting resources, driving up costs, and honestly, they're putting the quality of the water we rely on at risk.
And check out how fast this all happens. A brand new pipe? It's perfect. But look, just 7 years in, oxidation starts to creep in. And that's when the villain of our story, red rust, makes its entrance. By year 10, you're already seeing major problems, wasting energy. And by year 20, well, the pipe's official lifespan is toast, and you're looking at a super expensive replacement.
So, okay, the standard playbook is, after 20 years, you rip out the old pipe and put in a new one. Super expensive. But what if you didn't have to do that? What if you could actually regenerate the old pipe? And that brings us to the hero of our story, this new electromagnetic solution called Ariores.
So, what exactly is Ariores? It's basically this device that you just clamp onto the outside of a pipe. That's it. No cutting, no welding, and this is the huge part, you don't even have to shut off the water. It uses electromagnetic fields to do all the work from the outside. It's a total game changer because it's completely non-invasive.
Okay, so how does it work its magic? Well, it's a hybrid system. It uses both an electric field and a magnetic field at the same time. It's all based on Faraday's principle. The same basic idea behind how power generators work. These fields create a tiny, totally harmless microcurrent right inside the pipe wall. And that little current is the secret sauce. It's what changes the properties of the water, and more importantly, the rust itself.
All right, a microcurrent. So what? How does that actually fix a rusty pipe? Well, this is where the science gets really cool. We're talking about turning something destructive into a protective shield.
See, the secret is that not all rust is the same. There's the bad guy, red rust. It's the flaky, brittle stuff that breaks off and gives you that gross red water. It just eats away at the pipe. But Ariores uses that microcurrent to do something incredible. It triggers a chemical reaction that transforms that destructive red rust into something totally different, black rust or magnetite. And this stuff is the good guy. It's dense, it's stable, and it sticks to the pipe wall like glue, creating a natural protective layer. And this really gets to the heart of it. The process creates a natural, protective, anti-corrosion coating right inside the pipe. It gives it a semi-permanent lifespan. So think about that. Ariores isn't just cleaning the pipe, it's helping the pipe build its own armor, a shield that stops corrosion in its tracks and basically gives it a second life.
Now, that sounds amazing, right? Almost too good to be true. But this isn't just theory. Let's look at the proof, because the real-world results are pretty incredible.
I mean, just look at who's using this technology. We're talking about huge industrial players, Hyundai, POSCO, LG, Coca-Cola. But what really stands out to me, it's being used in nuclear power plants. Think about that. These are places where things absolutely, positively cannot go wrong. That tells you a lot about the trust they have in the system.
And this is exactly why they trust it. Check out this data from the Ulsan Nuclear Power Housing Facility. This is after just 6.5 months. The bacteria count went from 285 down to 0. 100% reduction. Iron content, same thing, 0. The water color improved by almost 90%. I mean, these numbers are just unbelievable. It's not a small improvement, it's a complete transformation.
So, okay, the water quality is amazing.
But what about the cost? Well, this next number is the real showstopper. We're talking a potential cost saving of 95.6%. That's how much you could save by using Ariores instead of ripping out and replacing a pipe. That's just a staggering number.
And this chart really drives the point home. Let's say you need to fix 3 kilometers of pipe. The old way, pipe replacement is going to run you about 642 million won. With Ariores, 36 million. It's not even close, right? The economic argument is just, it's a no-brainer.
Okay, let's zoom out for a second and bring this all together. Because this is bigger than just saving money for corporations. This has real implications for everyone. When you step back and look at the big picture, the benefits are just massive. You're giving our essential infrastructure a much, much longer life. You're saving incredible amounts of water by stopping leaks before they even start. You're saving energy because the water flows better. And you're doing all of this while getting cleaner, safer water without adding a single chemical. It's a win-win-win for the economy, for the environment, and for our health.
And that really leaves us for the final, pretty powerful thought. This tech proves we can actually reverse the decay in these huge, complex systems that are completely hidden from our view. So it really makes you wonder, right? If we can teach old pipes new tricks like this, what other invisible parts of our world are just waiting for a brilliant idea to bring them back to life?